Harrison Avenue. The Clare County Sheriff's Office got a call about a 68-year-old Harrison woman who had been stabbed several times. First responders took her to a hospital where she's expected to be okay. Police believe the man, 25-year-old Jacob Dunham, you see him there, got into an argument with her before the incident. When she tried to run away, Dunham grabbed a knife and threatened to kill her before stabbing her in the back several times. Police believe Dunham may have been drinking before it happened.
A Saginaw man accused of having child porn. State police say they arrested 29-year-old Anthony Rendon after they found the material on his computer. Police say he shared files of sexually abusive material on the internet. He was charged with 1 count of sexually abusive material and 3 counts of using a computer to commit a crime.
15 new recall petitions sent against 2 Flint City Council members. Of the 15, 6 are against Councilwoman Liddell Lewis. The other 9 are against Councilwoman Judy Priestley. Flint City Council says an election commission meeting has not been scheduled yet for these petitions. Recall language against Tanya Burns will be considered in a meeting scheduled for next week.
A program giving inmates new beginnings is celebrating a new beginning of its own. TV5's Trey Harris tells us the program is now inspiring a hip-hop legend. Trey?
Yeah, from Shaggy to Jelly Roll, Swanson's got a lot of good connections. And besides that, the Ignite program has seen a lot of strides over its 4 years of existence. Swanson says he's got even more big plans moving forward.
Whether it's jail overcrowding or reduction in crime or reduction in re-addictions, those are real results.
Genesee County Sheriff Chris Swanson says Ignite's presence and impact are growing. The program is now available in more than 10 states, and according to a Harvard study, the program has helped reduce crime by 23%.
And I'm happy to say that we're in 23% of the states in America. We have more Ignite sites being launched, 25 sites in the next 6 months, including our friends from Kalamazoo over here in Tenneco, 3 third graduation.
St. Joseph County will be a new location in Michigan and the first site in the Southwest region to get the program.
We are going to change the culture within our agency and our county in Southwest Michigan. And I look forward to introducing this Ignite program.
By the end of 2025, Ignite will be in half the country, and it started here in Genesee County.
Swanson says the program will be featured at the World Literacy Foundation Summit in 2025, also announcing that he will be speaking in Oxford next year. Yeah, and the star power continues to grow. At the end of the graduation today, Swanson did announce that he has a collaboration with Snoop Dogg that's in the works right now. He said he will be announcing more at a later date. So then in Flint, Trey Harris, back to you.
Well, thank you, Trey. And Snoop Dogg posted a video with Sheriff Swanson saying he wanted to get the Ignite program out to California.
I want to give y'all a shout out because y'all giving back and y'all giving opportunities. I want to find a way to make a way to get it to LA and get it to the county out here. Y'all doing some great things.
Today was the 30th graduating class from the Ignite program.
The public making their voices heard to the Mott Community College Board of Trustees. Right now, members of the board are hearing the argument against hiring Shonda Richardson Snell. Many alumni and some of the public are concerned with how she got the position. The officials first met in a closed session this morning to discuss legal opinions. There has been backlash to her appointment as interim president, with critics saying she has no experience in education.
Bay City's power company is celebrating the season of giving by helping those in need with everyday essentials, and they're inviting you to join in. Bay City Light and Power is hosting a Fill the Bucket donation drive throughout the week. Those looking to give back can donate toiletries, cleaning supplies, and other essentials.
It's a brainstorm that I had last year. We started it last year, so this is our second year doing it. We are just a few hours into our event that this year will donate the Bay Area Women's Shelter. And this is what we have so far after just a couple hours.
The drive is happening today through Friday from 7 to 4 at the company's service center on South Water Street. Those who donate will receive either 2 LED night lights or a pack of LED holiday lights as a thank you while supplies last.
Small businesses in the Vehicle City can apply for a boost in finances. The Flint and Genesee Economic Alliance's Small Business Support Hub launched a new grant program designed to support them at all stages of growth. Awarded on a competitive basis, individual grants will range from $5,000 to $15,000, tailored to each recipient's size and growth stage. Applications for the program are due by 5 p.m. on January 3rd.
Health experts are suspending distribution of raw milk products.
The problem prompting the products to be pulled, coming up.
Plus, fewer migrants are crossing the border. What's being credited for this drop?
I couldn't fathom having to do this day in and day out.
Life on the streets is harsh, but for some, it's the only way to survive.
I was put in jail, and this is how I thought I deserved to live.
In the thick of a struggle, one woman found hope and help.
That's one of the paths that led to my tent.
After a homeless encampment in Bay City is shut down, we uncover what leaders say needs to be done for those left with nowhere to go. Tuesday night at 6 on WNEM TV5.
There are over 500 reasons to shop Black Friday at Gardner White. Reason number 1, you don't have to choose, you get it all. Take an extra 25% off and no tax and no interest and free same-day delivery only at Gardner White.
I like to refer to hospice at Wellspring as sort of the soul of who we are. Having experienced hospice with my own dad, I know the value of that team coming around, the family in those moments that actually gives back more control. Doesn't take it away. It takes families through a time where everything feels like it's out of control and really helps sort of reclaim family and refocus on those relationships. And it's an incredibly important part of who we are.
There are over 500 reasons to shop Black Friday at Gardner White. Reason number 11, get a new room for way less with no interest and the lowest payments, period. And free same-day delivery only at the Gardner White Black Friday sale.
Officials in California have suspended distribution of raw farm raw milk products after the bird flu virus was detected in samples. Inspectors sampled milk from bottled products and bulk milk storage at Raw Farm's bottling facility last week. Officials say all milk tested by the California Department of Food and Agriculture stayed at the plant and was not released to consumers. Raw Farm wrote on social media it is cooperating with the state to maintain regulatory compliance. They said there will be supply shortages and apologize for the inconvenience.
The number of undocumented migrants crossing the southern border fell in November. According to a senior U.S. official, the U.S. Border Patrol arrested around 47,000 migrants along the U.S.-Mexico border last month. That's down from the more than 56,000 migrants who were arrested in October. Homeland Security officials have credited the Biden administration's executive action on immigration for the dramatic decline over recent months. The number of people unlawfully crossing the northern border also dropped last month.
Dropping interest rates may have you thinking about buying a home, and I'm one of them.
Yes, but it is more than just checking the prices. What you need to know as you enter the housing market.
And Mount Pleasant seeing a calm but pretty cold night. Chris has the latest in your First Alert forecast.
Coming up tonight right here on the CBS Evening News, President Biden's full and unconditional pardon for his son Hunter. One of the most sweeping presidential pardons in half a century. Why some Democrats say the decision sets bad precedent. That more headlines tonight here on the CBS Evening News.
Next Jeopardy, Romance Takes Flight.
I just parked on the top floor of the parking garage at the Cincinnati airport, got down on one knee, and proposed right there on the spot. Every year, do you come back for a candlelit dinner on the top floor of the parking garage?
Tonight at 7 on WNEM TV5.
Every year, millions fly with us at Allegiant because together, we go places. We see old friends and try new things. We laugh. Really like to laugh. And reconnect. We remember. And we wander, which leads to wonder. From how we go, to where we go, to what we do when we get there, we go further together.
This is my favorite. This one. From design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,000 off your complete bathroom remodel.
Garber's exclusive low price guarantee. No one else has it. It's Garber's promise to you to enjoy better prices and better payments. Not on just a few random vehicles, but every new
car, truck, and SUV at every Garber dealership. And Garber's variety and selection is unmatched in the Great Lakes Bay region. Enjoy a better buying experience with Garber's exclusive low price guarantee. You'll do better at Garber. Garber, we make it better for you.
Hard water damage makes it hard to keep your home looking picture perfect. Elegant softeners reduce buildup and cleaning time, transforming your water into the fine art of a long-lasting clean. Color. Water you love.
WNEM First Alert Weather, certified most accurate by WeatherLink, 10 years in a row and counting. WNEM TV5, coverage you can count on.
Be prepared this fall with First Alert Weather, Michigan's most accurate, only on WNEM TV5.
As interest rates continue to drop, many of you might be thinking about entering the housing market next year. In this Watching Your Wallet, consumer investigator Rachel DePompa talks with an expert at Bank of America to find out what prospective homebuyers need to know and need to do before they buy.
Coming out of the pandemic, it has not been easy for anyone looking to buy a home. We've seen a lot of limited inventory in many markets because so many homeowners refinanced during the pandemic when we had those ultra low rates, meaning many of them decided to stay put and not sell. Also, home prices have been up for several years. Matt Vernon is the head of consumer lending at Bank of America. He says if you are thinking about buying a home, start planning now.
Buying a home is not something that you wake up in the morning and say, today I'm buying a home. It's a journey. And it takes time and patience and preparation and advice from experts. So I often advise folks to, one, figure out exactly what they want to achieve from a budgetary perspective.
Vernon says map out what you can comfortably afford as a mortgage payment each month. Also, factor in things like insurance, taxes, and unexpected expenses that may come up. Say the roof goes bad or you need a new AC unit. Then, he says, narrow down the area you want to live in and research the average housing prices. Figure out what are the features that you will want in that new home.
And then last but not least, consulting an expert, whether that's a real estate professional or someone in the lending community like the folks at Bank of America that can help advise clients on how to achieve that home ownership journey.
Vernon says the markets are different across the country. Some have more housing inventory than others. In some areas, you need to be ready to act quickly. He says being aware of the local market that you want to buy in is the key. With this Watching Your Wallet, I'm Rachel DePompa.
It's that time of the year where people are making their lists and checking it twice, but holiday shoppers have something else to think about. What they should get now in case President-elect Trump's proposed tariffs go into effect. Smartphones are a favorite gift during the holidays, and experts say now is the time to get one. A recent analysis from the Consumer Technology Association suggests prices could rise by 26% due to proposed tariffs on imports from China. You should also consider replacing that household appliance that may be on the fritz now. According to the National Retail Federation, the tariffs would cause the price of the average appliance to go up by nearly 20%. Other products that will cost more include gaming consoles and laptops.
Sunday sure lived up to its hype as one of the busiest travel days of the year. The Transportation Security Administration says more than 3 million people were screened at airports across the country, making it the busiest day ever for air travel. Sunday eclipsed the previous record set in July.
And a winter weather advisory still in effect for Roscommon County until 7 o'clock on Tuesday morning. We'll watch for some accumulation in this area tonight, especially the northwest side of the county. But as you go to the south and east, the impact should be a little bit less. Still possible that we pick up a little bit of snow tonight, but I think the best potential to pick up another 2 to 3 inches is primarily in the areas that are near Higgins Lake and a little bit closer to those winter storm warnings that are just to your northwest. Areas on the southeast side as you get closer to Ogama County, not quite as much as those northwestern zones. As we take a look at the outside cameras here, we take a look at US 10. Everything looks like it's in pretty good shape tonight. We've got some scattered snow showers around the area. First Alert Pinpoint Doppler radar showing some of them moving through the thumb and some of them moving through our northern communities as well. Haven't seen too many drastic drops in visibility up to this point, but that's certainly possible from time to time. I do believe later tonight in the thumb, we will have to watch things a little bit more closely, in addition to some of those advisory areas a little bit farther to the north and west. As we look at the hour-by-hour forecast tonight, scattered snow showers in the near term. These snow showers that are around at the time expected to produce minimal accumulations or very minor accumulations. But what you'll notice later tonight, notice this northwesterly and northeasterly wind meeting together right around Huron County. What that does is it leads to a collision. That collision leads to upward motion, which enhances the snow shower. So we could be looking at some heavier snowfall rates in some of these areas of the thumb a little bit later tonight. I think central and eastern Huron County as well as Sanilac will have the best chance for that to happen. I think this band that you see right here could be a little bit farther to the east than what is being modeled right here. But either way, with lake effect, we know the wind direction can be a little sensitive in these events. So I would say just prepare on the safe side if you're in areas like Bad Axe or just to the west for any small shifts. Now, by tomorrow morning, we start to see things slow down a little bit. Everything starts pushing off to the east, and we'll be in pretty good shape the rest of the day. It's just that morning commute could be a little bit slower, especially to the east. Now, as we go through Wednesday, it appears we'll see a wave of showers early in the day. I think we'll have to watch Wednesday morning. I know this doesn't look like much right here. What I don't think it's picking up on is the possibility of some scattered freezing drizzle around the area. Temperatures will be below freezing, so we could see some icy areas Wednesday morning. After that, we'll transition over to snow in the afternoon and the evening, which could bring some additional accumulation. Right now, looks like maybe an inch or two for most of us, potentially up to around 3 or so. Here's a good depiction on where I think the best accumulation potential is for a quick 1 to 3 inches tonight. Bad Axe, as I mentioned before, you're right on the razor's edge. Places like Kindy, you're right there too. But also, most of it should be around this eastern area right here as you get just to the southwest of Port Hope. Your forecast for the next 7 days shows temperatures stay pretty steady in the mid-30s most of the time, but Friday will be a cooler day in the 20s before we warm up into the low 40s early next week. We'll have a chance for a few rain showers by then, and things won't be quite as cold as they have been lately.
All right, thank you, Chris. Unleash the dogs. The TSA revealing their 2025 calendar.
The four-legged security officials who work in our airports.
And want to rewatch a story you saw during the newscast? You can find it on the WNEM streaming app, on your Roku, Fire TV, or Apple TV devices. And of course, follow us on social media to stay up to date with the latest news.
The TV5 News app. The news and weather you need all in one app.
Big trucks cause serious injuries. Your health, your career, and your family's financial future are all on the line. That's why we take your case personally. Your future matters to us. Call 1-800-LEAVE-FREE. We'll be right there.
Herbert Roofing has been serving homeowners for over 50 years. Hi, I'm Jason Herbert, second-generation owner, grateful that people have trusted our company name for all of these years. We built our company on these foundational principles: quality, trust, and dependability. Most importantly, we care about your home, and we're here for you. That's the Herbert Roofing difference.
Our client Emma was hit by a semi-truck in Baroque-Kerneck. The insurance company tried to blame her and paid her nothing. She called us. We got her $1.1 million. Call me. I'll be right there.
McSears Black Friday event is back and bigger than ever. Now through Sunday, save up to 50% off store-wide. Plus, get special interest-free financing until 2026. Or take additional discounts off all Black Friday prices. With hundreds of doorbusters, special factory incentives, and giveaways through this weekend. Come join us at McSears during our Black Friday event for all the fun and all the savings. Visit us online for all the incredible deals.
This is the GMC Sierra, powered by the Turbomax engine, with the confidence of 430 pound-feet of best-in-class standard torque. GMC Sierra, it's the truck. Michigan residents get 1,000 lease cash. GM employees
Value Program participants with a current eligible GMC lease use it to get this low mileage lease on the Sierra Elevation for $239 per month.
There are a lot of things out there going viral. But this fall and winter, you can help keep your immune system from going viral and help protect it from the flu virus and the COVID-19 virus by getting your vaccinations. You can get both vaccines at the same time. The world has enough going viral these days. Talk to your healthcare provider.
On here tonight, the holiday and school spirit are off the charts in Millington. We'll take you to the parade celebrating a state championship while kicking off the Christmas season on the news at 10 on TV5+.
Will trustees at Mock Community College listen to critics of their controversial decision on an interim president? The decision on the news at 11.
Also at 11, an ATM ripped off its foundation and hauled away in a brazen daylight crime caught on camera.
The TSA has unleashed its 2025 K9 calendar. The calendar is a yearly tradition that honors the TSA's more than 1,000 explosives detection dogs. Each year, the TSA welcomes roughly 300 new K9 recruits to a 16-week training program at the agency's K9 Training Center in San Antonio, Texas.
After training, the pooches go off to permanent stations across the country. The 2025 TSA K9 calendar highlights 13 dogs picked from more than 80 TSA teams nationwide. Each month includes pictures and fun facts about that month's featured dog. The 2025 TSA K9 calendar is available for immediate download.
Oh, look at them. That looked like a TSA dog right there.
Oh, yeah.
Very intense, but that's very cute.
Yes, 7-day forecast. We do have a chance for some snow tomorrow morning if you're in the thumb, especially central and eastern Huron County and Sanilac. Could be a little slow going. West side of the thumb, I think you're a little bit better.
Awesome. Thank you, Chris. Thanks for watching the news at 6. Keep up with us as the news breaks online and on social media. We'll see you back here at 11.
Got it all. Interstate 46 Trailers in Sanford.
The holidays come but once a year, and Masterforce is here to spread some cheer. With drivers and drills and blades and bits, from sanders and saws to power tool kits. Menards has the value in savings, of course. Shop tools and accessories from Masterforce. Find great stocking stuffers and gifts at Menards. Plus, don't forget about gift cards. Hurry now for deals on Masterforce. Available at Menards, the best tool source.
When you're hurt in an accident, you turn to family. And the Bernsteins are the family that will fight for you. You can trust them like family, and they'll treat you like family. Get the Bernstein advantage.
It's the Get Holiday Ready sales event with the Ford Crew.
What happened?
Someone took the Bronco out for an extended test drive.
They used all the coat locks. Goes over any type of terrain.
They did it all, man.
Looks like they had a lot of fun.
Those boots are awfully muddy just now.
My boots? What again?
Lease a new Bronco Sport Big Ben for only $399 a month, or a Bronco Big Ben for just $499 a month for 36 months.
Here is where the next generation is born. But we're also the birthplace of innovation, advanced treatments, second chances, and hope. At Covenant Healthcare, we're the most preferred health system because of the trust we have built across generations. And our leadership continues with the next generation. Choose extraordinary. Choose Covenant Healthcare.
When you want to plan or predict or know right now, you want the local app that does everything. The TV5 News app. It's fast, free, and super easy to use. The TV5 News app, where the news and weather you need come to you all in one app.
As a service to our community, the following are Mid-Michigan death notices. midmichigan.com.
President Biden's sweeping pardon of his son Hunter. Tonight, the criticism from members of both parties. Would you care to respond to the allegations, sir? And on Capitol Hill, Donald Trump's pick to lead the Pentagon meets with senators amid new allegations of sexual misconduct and alcohol abuse.
Were you ever drunk while traveling on the job?
Not going to dignify that with a response.
Snow buries millions. The whiteout conditions shutting down a major interstate as Americans travel home from Thanksgiving.
There was a lot of traffic even on the side roads.
Plus tonight's Eye on America. CBS News looks at the safety of Amazon's third-party drivers.
What do you say to customers about how you're protecting them and their neighbors?
The CBS Evening News starts now. Good evening, I'm Nora O'Donnell, and we begin with a lot of news here in Washington and the fallout from President Biden's decision to grant a sweeping pardon for his son. Hunter Biden was set to be sentenced 10 days from now on a felony gun conviction in Delaware, and then on separate tax charges in California days later. Republicans and some Democrats are criticizing the president's decision after he previously said many times that he would not pardon his son. President-elect Donald Trump pounced on the move, calling it an abuse and miscarriage of justice, and hinted that he plans to pardon those convicted of the assault at the U.S. Capitol building in 2021. President Biden contends that his son was targeted for political reasons. But today, the special counsel who investigated Hunter Biden said there's no evidence of vindictive or selective prosecution of the president's son. CBS's Ed O'Keefe has more details and reaction tonight on the pardoning of Hunter Biden, with the president traveling today to Africa.
Arriving in Angola today, President Biden ignored questions about the pardon of his son. While at the White House,
how relieved are you by the pardon of Hunter, Dr. Biden?
The First Lady offered this after unveiling Christmas decorations. The decision came after the president and his press secretary had spent more than a year claiming a pardon was out of the question.
I said I abide by the jury decision, and I will do that, and I will not pardon him.
We've been asked that question multiple times. Our answer stands, which is no.
The sweeping nature of the pardon clears the president's son of all crimes he's committed or may have committed over 10 years.
Well, it's unprecedented. No president has ever pardoned their child before.
Pardon expert Jeffrey Crouch says its scope is similar to the clemency Gerald Ford gave Richard Nixon, who resigned amid the Watergate scandal.
It's about as broad as any pardon that I'm aware of. It includes pretty much any potential federal offense in the way that includes really anything that happens within that particular time range.
The pardon came just a day after President-elect Trump chose Kash Patel to run the FBI, a right-wing operative who's criticized Hunter Biden and vowed to go after Trump's political rivals. The president, in fact, suggested his son would remain a target of the incoming administration, saying there's no reason to believe it will stop here. Enough is enough. But several Democrats today said Biden had gone too far, calling the pardon improper and unwise.
The crimes are very serious, and this isn't singling out one individual.
Gary Shapley, an IRS investigator who worked on the Hunter Biden tax evasion case, took issue with the president's statement that his son faced prosecution only because he is my son, and that is wrong.
If the Department of Justice truly is fair and treats every individual the same, then there's no way they could have not charged Hunter Biden with committing these acts.
It was quite striking to see several Democratic governors and lawmakers say today that while they understand a father's concern for his son, the president tarnished his legacy and put the interests of his family ahead of the country. They're also worried it could embolden Trump to abuse the same clemency powers once he takes office. Nora?
Ed O'Keefe at the White House tonight. Ed, thank you. Donald Trump's pick to lead the world's most powerful military is facing new questions tonight. The concerns stem from new reports that former Fox News host Pete Hegseth was forced out at two veterans groups because of alleged financial and sexual misconduct. We get details from Chief White House correspondent Nancy Cordes.
We're talking to all of the senators, and I look forward to those discussions.
The newly resurfaced accusations followed Pete Hegseth to Capitol Hill today. CBS News has confirmed the Army veteran and Fox News host was forced to step down as head of the nonprofit Concerned Veterans for America in 2016. The group's founders, billionaire Republican donors Charles and David Koch, pushed Hegseth out after staffers accused him of financial mismanagement, sexual misconduct, and repeated intoxication. According to the New Yorker, which first reported about the complaints, Hegseth sometimes got drunk to the point of needing to be carried out of the organization's events.
Can you tell us why you resigning, sir?
CBS's Nicole Killian asked Hegseth about that today, between Senate meetings.
When you were at Concerned Veterans for America, were you ever drunk while traveling on the job?
I'm not going to dignify that with a response.
Hegseth, who has been tapped by President-elect Trump to overhaul the massive Department of Defense, was already dealing with allegations that he sexually assaulted a woman at a Republican convention in Monterey, California in 2017. But he was never criminally charged. And Alabama Senator Tommy Tuberville, who met with him today, said it doesn't bother him.
What I've talked to him about, what I've read, what I've studied, and been around him, I'll vote for it.
Hegseth is not the only contentious pick being weighed by Senate Republicans. Over the weekend, Trump announced his choice to leave the FBI, 44-year-old Kash Patel.
I shut down the FBI Hoover building on day one.
Patel held leadership roles in defense and intelligence in the first Trump term and has promised to use the FBI to go after those he says had targeted Trump.
We will go out and find the conspirators, not just in government, but in the media. Yes.
All of these picks will have to undergo confirmation hearings in the new year, and because Republicans will have just a slim majority in the Senate, each nominee can only afford to lose a handful of Republican votes. Tonight, one of those Republicans, Maine's Susan Collins, says she doesn't know enough about Kash Patel to make a decision. And interestingly, Lindsey Graham of South Carolina says he does know Patel, but wouldn't reveal which way he's leaning. Nora?
That is interesting. Nancy Cordes covering the transition in West Palm Beach. Nancy, thank you. Donald Trump issued a warning to Hamas today on his social media site, demanding the release of Israeli hostages still being held in Gaza. The president-elect wants them freed before he takes office in January, or as he put it, there will be all hell to pay in the Middle East. We get more now from CBS's Deborah Patta in East Jerusalem.
It's become a familiar scene. Angry protesters in their thousands demanding their government make a deal to bring the hostages home. But this time, there was even more urgency after this. Proof there are still hostages alive in Gaza.
Dear President Trump.
Speaking under duress in this Hamas video, American-Israeli Idan Alexander urged President-elect Trump to use his power to secure his freedom. His mother, Yael, joined the demonstration to show her son she's doing everything she can to bring him back.
And you didn't saw Idan for 421 days, and suddenly to see him alive. When he cried, I just want to hold him.
With hope, there was also despair, with confirmation of the death of another American-Israeli hostage, Omer Nutra. Posting on social media, Trump threatened that if the hostages are not released before his inauguration, there will be all hell to pay in the Middle East. Last week's truce between Israel and Hezbollah gave renewed impetus to negotiations for a Gaza ceasefire. But in Lebanon, people had not even had time to bury those killed in the past 2 months before the ceasefire started looking very shaky once again.
There have been accusations of violations on both sides for days now. Earlier today, Hezbollah fired 2 rockets after 2 deaths in Lebanon, and tonight, Nora, Israel retaliated with a wave of deadly airstrikes.
Deborah Patta, thank you. We want to turn now to the dangerous wintry weather in the Great Lakes region, where snow totals are approaching 6 feet and it is still coming down. In Michigan today, one person was critically injured in a 17-vehicle pileup on a slippery interstate highway. Police say there were whiteout conditions. CBS's Rob Marciano is tracking it all from Western New York.
Western New York has been walloped with more than 54 inches of snow in the last 4 days. In the rural town of Cassadaga, the weight of all that snow has taken its toll.
Chaotic scene inside this barn that's collapsed. We've got animals that are hurt, and now one of the firemen that was here to help clear the scene had something collapse on him, and he's hurt too.
Colleen Aldridge and her husband Doug have owned their farm for nearly 20 years, and nothing like this has ever happened.
What went through your mind when you realized that the roof collapsed here?
Like, oh my gosh, I mean, the worst, I mean, it's just horrible, yeah.
You just kind of in recovery mode right now.
Right.
How are you holding up? Are you in shock right now? What's going through your head and heart?
Mostly, how do we get through the rest of the winter?
The Aldridges say they lost 4 head of cattle that were being bred to bring to market for beef. And now they're climbing up to get the snow off another barn, desperate to prevent another collapse. On average, snow weighs about 6 pounds per cubic foot. And on this roof, that can mean over 80,000 pounds. Clearing it is treacherous, back-breaking work. And it's a shared misery. Lake effect snow blowing in off the Great Lakes has buried parts of Michigan, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and New York, with over 3 feet piling up east of Watertown.
A lot of snow. Just try to stay out here every couple hours to keep up with it. That's all we can do.
Just east of there, 65 inches of snow, and look at it, it's still coming down. Let's go to the radar. They're still streaming off the Great Lakes. The flow is a little bit more northwesterly tonight. It'll shift a little bit more northerly as we go through tomorrow. You'll see with our future cast, it begins to taper off some until Wednesday when another system comes through. That will invigorate things and then get things maybe a little bit of snow all the way down to New York City. Won't be much there, but here we're supposed to pile it up. The cold there, though, that's the big story for the eastern half of the country. Teens and 20s tomorrow is what it's going to feel like from D.C. back through the Midwest. Freeze warnings down to the south, and the 6 to 10 day outlook keeps that cold in place. So what's here will stick around. Nora?
Rob Marciano, thank you so much. A South Carolina woman who admitted to driving drunk and speeding faces 25 years in prison after pleading guilty in the death of a bride on her wedding night. The groom wept as he spoke about his new wife's last moments in court this afternoon. CBS's Skylar Henry was there.
An emotional and still recovering Eric Hutchinson fought through tears, recounting the night the life he was about to start changed forever.
We did not get there. We got ran through at 65 miles per hour.
A speeding drunk driver plowed into Hutchinson and his new bride, Samantha Miller, as they were riding in a golf cart on their wedding night just outside of Charleston.
I kissed her on the forehead, and the next thing I remember is waking up in the hospital.
Samantha was dead at the scene, still wearing her wedding dress. Other family members, along with Hutchinson, were hospitalized. The driver, 27-year-old Jamie Lee Komorowski, was visibly shaken in court today as she told a judge she's taking full accountability.
Hopefully one day you will be able to forgive me.
She'd allegedly been bar hopping, and while she denied a field sobriety test, a toxicology report showed her blood alcohol level was 3 times the legal limit. Miller's family told CBS News they're pleased with the judge's sentence, but her mother will never forget their final moments together.
We played our song again. That was my kid. Was on my dance floor.
Komorowski's attorneys say she anticipated a tough sentence following her guilty plea. They also said that she wanted to take responsibility publicly and apologize to Miller's family. Nora.
Such an upsetting story. Thank you, Skylar Henry. Eye on America is next, looking into safety concerns over some of the third-party truck drivers used by Amazon.
Shop Etsy's Cyber Spectacular until December 3rd for up to 60% off gifts crafted by small businesses. Gift fetching finds for friends with fur friends and everyone else on your list. For up to 60% off gifts that say, I get you. Etsy has it.
Why did we choose Safelight? We were loading our SUV when crack. Safelight came right to us, and we could see exactly when they'd arrive. With a replacement we could trust. That service the way we want it.
Safelight Repair, Safelight Replace.
Sweating over leaks more than your workout? It's time to upgrade. Always Discreet absorbs liquid in seconds with the unique Dry Tech layer that keeps you drier than toys, so you can sweat harder and stay drier. We've got you. Always. Always Discreet.
Some people just know they can save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Alrighty. Who's ready for my famous charred duck? Like, you know, to check the mascot first before bringing food to a tailgate. Toasted, baby. Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Type 2 diabetes? Discover the Ozempic Trizone. I got the power of 3. I lowered my A1C, CV risk, and lost some weight. In studies, the majority of people reached an A1C under 7 and maintained it. I'm under 7. Ozempic lowers the risk of major cardiovascular events such as stroke, heart attack, or death in adults also with known heart disease. I'm lowering my risk. And adults lost up to 14 pounds.
I lost some weight.
Ozempic isn't for type 1 diabetes or children. Don't share needles or pens or reuse needles. Don't take if you or your family had MTC, MEN2, or if allergic to it. Stop taking and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or any of these allergic reactions. Tell your provider if you plan to have surgery or a procedure, are breastfeeding, pregnant, or plan to be. Serious side effects may include inflammation of pancreas, gallbladder problems, or changes in vision. Call your prescriber if you have any of these symptoms. Taking with the sulfonylurea or insulin may increase low blood sugar risk. Common side effects include nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, stomach pain, constipation. Some side effects lead to dehydration, which may worsen kidney problems. Living with type 2 diabetes?
That's not the power of 3 with Ozempic.
The holiday shopping season is now in full swing. Shoppers are expected to spend more than $13 billion before this Cyber Monday is over. Amazon expects to deliver millions of packages in the next few weeks, relying on a fleet of drivers who mostly work for third-party carriers. In tonight's Eye on America, Usher Qureshi looks into the safety implications.
On a cold January morning in 2022, officers tried to sort out what went wrong on an interstate south of Austin, Texas.
She was already rolling. I think this is probably the next point of impact here.
And who needed to be notified.
The officer came, knocked on my door, and she was involved in an accident and she didn't make it.
Trula Velez's 19-year-old daughter Ileana was forced off the road. The college freshman was on a break from her overnight shift at this Amazon warehouse.
We're trying to understand why the accident occurred and why you made some of the decisions you made.
Jordan Sanicola was arrested, convicted, and sentenced to 40 years in prison for failing to stop and render aid after an accident involving death. He was driving this truck to pick up a load from an Amazon facility despite having a history of traffic violations, a suspended license, and several felony warrants.
Someone with multiple warrants should have not been hired.
But Sanicola wasn't hired by Amazon. He was driving for a trucking company subcontracted to move Amazon cargo between facilities, a leg known as the middle mile. In fact, according to a lawsuit filed by Velez, Amazon had rejected Sanicola's job application as a home delivery driver less than 3 months before the crash, after he failed a criminal background check. Was this a preventable tragedy?
100%.
Alex Hilliard represents Trula Velez in her lawsuit against Amazon and Take Flight with B Trucking, which hired Sanicola and has since gone out of business. The suit alleges Amazon knew, or should have known, Sanicola was an unsafe driver. They say Amazon is liable in part because it uses an app called Relay that monitors driving performance and safety metrics, including when drivers speed.
Mr. Sanicola had 70 different speeding violations that Amazon had been notified of. They did nothing about that.
CBS News reviewed 6 years of federal safety data on Amazon middle mile contractors. We found their rates of violations like texting and speeding were often more than double those of other carriers.
Amazon disputes our data findings, saying overall crash rates for third-party carriers have improved. The company also says its safety standards are stricter than those mandated by the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration, the agency that regulates the U.S. trucking industry.
If it's a choice between safety and delivering a package to a customer, we'll go with safety every time.
Amazon's lead global attorney for road safety, Tim Goodman, says the company relies on FMCSA rules that require contractors to do their own background checks on middle-mile drivers.
We have ended up taking disciplinary action to around 19,000 different motor carriers that have not complied with the stringency requirements that we insist on.
This pileup is just one of nearly 50 deadly crashes involving Amazon's middle-mile drivers in the past 2 years. that have claimed at least 57 lives.
Any fatality is heartbreaking, and the families that have been affected by this, they have our condolences.
Asked if Amazon should accept liability for fatalities caused by contractors, Goodman did not answer directly, but said the company is constantly working to improve safety. That won't ease Trula Valeza's pain.
One mistake cost someone's life, and that was my daughter's.
A life she says didn't have to end like this. For Eye in America, I'm Usher Qureshi in San Marcos, Texas.
There's an update tonight on the stowaway who snuck onto a transatlantic flight at the height of the Thanksgiving travel rush. That's next.
To the inconsiderate monster who has been stealing my pudding, I hope your conscience eats at you as you have eaten my pudding. Bring my pudding back. I wish you the worst, Dale.
Beautiful words. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
For more than a decade, Farxiga has been trusted again and again and again. Ask your doctor about Farxiga.
Yoo-hoo! You're making everything orange.
We're showing where Consumer Cellular gets great coverage. We use the same towers as Big Wireless, so you get the same coverage.
Wow.
For unlimited talk and text with reliable coverage and your second month free, call Consumer Cellular.
Did you know there's a detergent that gets your dishes up to 100% clean, even in an older dishwasher? Try Cascade Platinum Plus for sparkling clean dishes, even on the toughest jobs. Just scrape, load, and you're done. Switch to Cascade Platinum Plus.
Dry, tired, itchy, burning? My dry eye symptoms got worse over time. My eye doctor explained the root was inflammation. Cidra was made for that, so relief is lasting.
Cidra treats the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease. Don't use if allergic to Cidra and seek medical help if needed. Common side effects include eye irritation, discomfort, blurred vision, and unusual taste sensation. Don't touch container tip to your eye or any surface. Before using Cidra, remove contact lenses and wait 15 minutes before reinserting.
Dry eye over and over? It's time for Cidra.
At Dog Chow, we believe helping dogs live their best life should be simple. That's why Dog Chow is made with high-quality protein and no fillers. Purina Dog Chow. Keep life simple.
Eggs make all our family moments better, especially when they're Eggland's best. Tastes so fresh and amazing, deliciously superior nutrition, too. For us, it's eggs any style, as long as they're the best. Eggland's best.
Why choose the Lee Steinberg Law Firm? Easy. We get results. These are some of the cases we made insurance companies pay this year. We'll be right there.
On BetMGM Casino, there are so many jackpots that you never know when one will go. So many jackpots. So many jackpots. BetMGM Casino. Jackpots. So many.
Download to get a 100% deposit match up to $1,000, plus $25 on the house. BetMGM Casino.
CBS News has learned the TSA is preparing a civil case against a stowaway who snuck onto a flight from New York City to Paris last week, while she was supposed to fly back to the U.S. this weekend before this happened. Well, the 57-year-old woman, a Russian national, was kicked off her return flight for being disruptive, and she remains in custody in France. Investigators plan to meet her at the airport when she returns to the U.S., but it's unclear when that will be. Heart of America is next.
I have type 2 diabetes, but I manage it well. It's a little pill with a big story to tell. I take once daily, Jardians on each day's start. As time went on, it was easy to see. I'm lowering my A1C.
And for adults with type 2 diabetes and known heart disease, Jardians can lower the risk of cardiovascular death too.
Serious side effects include increased ketones in blood or urine, which can be fatal. Stop Jardians and call your doctor right away if you have nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, tiredness, trouble breathing, or increased
increased ketones. Jardiance may cause dehydration that can suddenly worsen kidney function and make you feel dizzy, lightheaded, or weak upon standing. Genital yeast infections in men and women, urinary tract infections, low blood sugar, or a rare life-threatening bacterial infection between and around the anus and genitals can occur. Call your doctor right away if you have fever or feel weak or tired, and pain, tenderness, swelling, or redness in the genital area. Don't use if allergic to Jardiance. Stop use if you have a serious allergic reaction. Call your doctor if you have rash, swelling, difficulty breathing, or swallowing. You may have increased risk for lower limb loss. Call your doctor right away if you have new pain or tenderness, sores, ulcers, or infection in your legs or feet.
This really swell, the little pill with a big story to tell.
What's Simply Safe got that I don't?
24/7 monitoring to help stop crime in real time.
Stop. This is Simply Safe.
Maybe Simply Safe and I could work together.
Unlikely.
There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Everyone loves to find surprising presents under the tree. And WeatherTech gifts are always special too. Vehicles are protected with laser measured floor liners for the front and middle, plus a cargo liner for the rear, and seat protector for furry messes. And with the pet feeding system, he'll eat safely his entire life. Add a cup phone to make sure the phone is secure while driving. Find these American-made gifts or get a gift card instantly at WT.com.
How are folks 60 and older having fun these days? Family cook-ups.
Playing games. Dancing in the park. Absorb everything and stay fresh. Always Blend Foam Can. The only pad made with a flexible foam core that locks in blood and sweat while the top stays dry, keeping you up to 100% leak and odor-free. See what foam can do for you.
Liberty Mutual customized my car insurance, so I saved hundreds. But the money I saved, thought I'd get a wax figure myself. Oh, right in the temporal lobe. Beat it, punks! Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
I won't let my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis symptoms define me. Emerge as you with clearer skin. With Tremfya, most people saw 100% clear skin that stayed clear, even at 5 years.
Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine.
Emerge with clear skin. Ask your doctor about Tremfya.
Tonight's Heart of America takes us to the Hawaiian island of Maui, where last week the Lahaina Civic Center hosted one of the most prestigious events in college basketball, the Maui Invitational. 8 of the country's best teams took part. Auburn came out on top by defeating Memphis. But for the people of Lahaina, it was a different kind of victory after being forced to relocate the tournament following last year's devastating wildfires. Now, new homes have finally started to rise from the rubble.
This is bigger than basketball. This is, a huge step forward for our community to be able to host things like this again. We talk a lot about rebuilding, structures. However, there's also this part about rebuilding ourselves just as human beings.
The resilient community of Lahaina, they are tonight's Heart of America. We were there, and there's such wonderful people there. That's tonight's CBS Evening News. I'm Nora O'Donnell, and we will see you right back here tomorrow. Good night.
WNEM First Alert Weather, certified most accurate by WeatherLink, 10 years in a row and counting. WNEM TV5, coverage you can count on.
It's Casey and the Sunshine Band. Sunday, January 26th at Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort. It's a distro throwdown. Tickets start at $39. And launch deal now at the box office or etix.com. Casey and the Sunshine Band, January 26th at Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort. SoaringEagleCasino.com.
Let's kick off, folks. We got a dead naval researcher. Cora said he's not feeling well.
What are you doing here?
I was going to ask you the same question.
To the confidential informant.
Got a problem.
You're saying that Amber might be a spy. It would help if we knew what her husband stole.
It's a hypersonic missile.
NCIS is all new CBS tonight at 9/8 Central and streaming on Paramount Plus.
From the Alex Trebek stage at Sony Pictures Studios, this is Jeopardy! Here are today's contestants. A teacher from Kansas City, Missouri, Mike Ross. A software designer from Seattle, Washington, Evan Jones. And our returning champion, a news researcher from Queens, New York, Susan Beachy, whose one day cash winnings total $9,300. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Ken Jennings.
Thank you, Johnny Gilbert, and welcome to Jeopardy! In December, we're kicking off a new month with a new champion in Susan Beachy, whose small wager in Friday's Final Jeopardy allowed her to pull off a first win. She's back today facing Evan and Mike. Good luck, players. Here we go into the Jeopardy round. Your categories will be first, around the Caribbean. Then, cheers to beers. Hey, that chapter's named for me. We have some sports star records, anagrammed occupations, and finally, you've heard of Florida man. Well, here's Florida woman. Susan, start us off.
Cheers to beer, 600.
Answer there. It's the Daily Double in the round. You're starting early, Susan. You can wager up to 1,000.
Let's do 1,000.
Here's your clue in Cheers to Beers. The name of this bodybuilding title was inspired by a beer of all things.
Bodybuilding title.
No, sorry. I don't know that beer. This is Mr. Olympia. Mr. Olympia for Olympia beer. So you're in the red for the moment, but select again.
Okay, let's do beers for 800.
Pilsner originated in this European republic that some consider the most beer-drinking nation on earth. Mike.
What is the Czech Republic?
Correct.
Around the Caribbean 1000?
The small town of Kralendijk is the capital of this Caribbean island, the B of the ABC territories of the Netherlands. Evan.
What is Bonaire?
Good for 1,000.
Anagrams 4.
Problem solver. Thematic mania. Evan.
What is mathematician?
That's it.
Same category, 6.
Rock critic. Gigolo set. Evan.
What's geologist?
Right again.
Anagrams 8.
Java man. Air tabs. Evan.
What is barista?
Correct.
Anagrams 1000.
Beast mounter. Timid extras. Evan.
What is taxidermist?
Good for 1,000.
Finish the category, please.
Edifice planner. Tire catch. Evan.
What is architect?
That is correct. You got all 5. And you're in the lead.
Chapter's named for me, 600.
Chapter 10 of The Hound of the Baskervilles is an extract from the diary of this man. Evan.
Who's Sherlock Holmes?
Sorry, no. Susan.
Who is Watson?
Yeah, Watson kept the diary.
Okay, cheers to beers for 400, please.
The 4 main ingredients in beer are water, hops, yeast, and this germinated barley grain, beer's main source of sugar. Back to you, Susan.
Let's do Florida woman, 600.
She was born in the Florida Panhandle, and at school in Gainesville was named Sweetheart of Sigma Chi. Mike.
Who's Pamela Anderson?
No, I'm sorry. Susan or Evan? It's Faye Dunaway. Back to you, Susan.
Florida woman, 400.
This body-shaping brand began when former Disney World employee Sarah Blakely had the idea to cut the feet off her pantyhose. Susan.
What are Spanx?
She invented Spanx.
Okay, Florida woman, 200.
Florida naturally produces its share of astronauts, like Nicole Stott, who took the last flight home from the ISS aboard one of these. Evan.
What is the space shuttle?
Right.
Let's do around the Caribbean for 6.
Andros Island in the Bahamas sits alongside one of the world's largest of these, over 120 miles long and a scuba diver's paradise. Mike.
What is a reef?
Yes, a coral reef.
800 around the Caribbean?
In 2016, President Obama traveled to this Caribbean nation, the first visit by a sitting U.S. president in nearly 90 years. Evan.
What is Cuba?
Yes. You have 4,400. You're going to have to pause for a second because we have to pause for a quick break. But more Jeopardy is coming up in just a moment.
I couldn't fathom having to do this day in and day out.
Life on the streets is harsh, but for some, it's the only way to survive.
I was put in jail, and this is how I thought I deserved to live.
In the thick of a struggle, one woman found hope and help.
That's one of the paths that led to my tent.
After a homeless encampment in Bay City is shut down, we uncover what leaders say needs to be done for those left with nowhere to go. Tuesday night at 6 on WNEM TV5.
You can take a look at it. What do you think?
So here,
From design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,000 of your complete bathroom remodel.
I think there are a number of things that set this campus apart. One is that we have a full continuum of care. There's a huge level of comfort in knowing if something changes, we don't have to go somewhere else. You can start in independent living, you can move to assisted living, we have memory care if you need it, and we have skilled nursing and rehab. No matter how your needs change over time, you can still stay here on the Wellspring Senior Living campus because we can meet those needs right where you are.
Menards is your destination to save big money this holiday season. We're your one-stop shop for everything you need this Christmas. We have it all, from big to small, and everything in between. Attract the widest variety of birds to your feeder with Enchanted Gardens Black Oil Sunflower Seeds. This highly nutritious seed keeps birds coming back. Get a 50-pound bag for only $17.99 now at Menards.
We've been busy at State Automotive Group, building one of the largest collision centers in the county, sitting at over 35,000 square feet. Come and visit us at the all-new State Collision Center. Just saying.
Chet Davis here. Join me weeknights for WNEM TV5 News at 11.
Promotional consideration provided by Human, the makers of Super Beats.
For plant-based healthy blood pressure support, there's one brand at Walmart that stands above the rest. It's Super Beats. Discover why more cardiologists recommend Super Beats for heart health support than any other beet brand at superbeats.com.
Mike Ross is a teacher from Kansas City, Missouri, and Mike, I understand you have maybe one of the more challenging birthdays on the calendar. When were you born?
Yes, it's a double-edged sword. My birthday is April Fool's Day, and so it's really fun to pull out at parties. But when I was a kid, my parents, they would give me a huge box, and they put a tiny little toy in the bottom of it. It was not as funny to a kid, I will say.
There's a nicer version of that prank where you give a little box, and then it's got instructions to where the big present is, but your parents didn't do that one.
No.
They did the prankier one. Evan Jones is with us from Seattle, where they're a software designer. Tell me how you proposed to your long-distance girlfriend.
Yeah, well, she's my wife now. But at the time, she's very, very perceptive, but I really wanted to surprise her. So I was really worried that when I picked her up at the airport, I was going to say something or do something that would give away that I was planning on proposing that day. So I just parked on the top floor of the parking garage at the Cincinnati airport for some privacy and got down on one knee and proposed right there on the spot.
Oh, wow.
After picking her up.
So you don't have to be nervous for the rest of the visit.
Well, I was nervous on the entire drive to the airport.
As long as she says yes, though, the problem is...
Absolutely, yeah.
And every year do you come back for a candlelit dinner on the top floor of the Cincinnati airport parking garage?
It's one of the most romantic places on earth.
I was going to say in Cincinnati, but for you, it's one of the most romantic places on earth. I love that. Susan Beachy is a news researcher from Queens. And Susan, I understand much of your online life revolves around Buy Nothing.
Yes, it's a Facebook group for my neighborhood where people give and get stuff for free. And after I became an ordained minister to perform my sister's wedding ceremony, I offered my services as an officiant on Buy Nothing, and a couple in the neighborhood picked me up on it, so I married them.
So it's not just goods, it's also services.
Yeah.
I love that. Evan, you have control of the board right now. Let's get back into the round. Which category, how much?
Let's do that chapter's named for me for 400.
Live and Let Die, Chapter 2, is an interview with this letter-perfect head honcho. Evan.
Who's M?
With M.
Chapter for 800.
A charming Chapter 4 is entitled, In Which This Animal Loses a Tail and Pooh Finds One. Susan.
Who is Eeyore?
Or Eeyore, yes.
Florida Woman 800.
Betty Mae Jumper from Indiantown was the first female head of this tribe of Florida. Evan.
Who are the Seminoles?
That's the tribe.
Chapter 1000.
Chapter 6 of The Wind in the Willows is named for this character who gets hustled away from taking a wild ride in a car. Susan.
Who's Mr. Toad?
You got it.
Florida Woman, 1000.
Feminist activist Roxy O'Neill Bolton of Coral Gables was the driving force behind making August 26th this annual day. Women's Equality Day. Back to you, Susan.
That chapter's named for me, 200.
This kid who deals with Olympians is the I in Chapter 1. I accidentally vaporized my pre-algebra teacher. Evan.
Who's Percy Jackson?
Yes, it is.
Cheers to beers, 1000.
This popular 400-year-old Dutch brand of beer is known for its distinctive green bottle with a swing-top cap. Susan.
What is Stella Artois?
No. Evan or Mike? Stella's Belgian. This is Grolsch. Back to you, Evan.
Finish off the category. Cheers to beers, 200.
After being honored at the 1893 World's Fair in Chicago, this brand added blue ribbon to its name. Susan.
What is Pabst?
You are correct.
Sportster Records, 200.
From his 1963 spoken word album, The Fistic World Was Dull and Weary. With a champ like Liston, things had to be dreary. Evan.
Who's Muhammad Ali?
It is.
Around the Caribbean, 400?
At over 10,000 feet, Pico Duarte in this nation on Hispaniola is the highest mountain in the Caribbean. Mike.
What is the Dominican Republic?
You got it.
200 around the Caribbean?
The Trenchtown neighborhood of Kingston is considered the birthplace of this music genre. Mike.
What is reggae?
Yes.
Sports star for 400.
Now a Colorado football coach. Back in 1994, he dropped the rap album Primetime. Mike.
Who is Deion Sanders?
Yeah.
600, please.
His records include Best Men's Single Season Win-Loss Rate in the Open Era and a cover of Rock and Roll with the Full Metal Rackets. Mike.
Who's McEnroe?
Yes.
800, please.
In 2022, this former Laker, a.k.a. DJ Diesel, joined Steve Aoki on the electronic song Welcome to the Playhouse. Diesel is Shaquille O'Neal. It's Shaq. And let's finish off Sports Star Records for 1,000. In 2011, this boxer and Philippines politician released a cover of Sometimes When We Touch. Mike.
Who is Pacquiao?
The vocal stylings of Manny Pacquiao. That's correct. Susan, the champ, will go first in Double Jeopardy. Come right back. It's beginning in a moment.
Grit, honesty, hustle. These things are important to me. That's why I partnered with the Bernsteins. And they're the reasons why calling Sam is the best call you can make if you're injured in an accident. Injured? Call Sam.
Enjoy doorbuster savings at Art Sample Home during the Black Friday sale. Lazy Boy recliners make great gifts and start at just $3.98. In stock in 3 colors for same-day carryout. This great new sectional with performance fabric is in stock and only $13.98. It's comfortable, durable, and kid and pet friendly. It's even machine washable. Or get it as part of this 9-piece room group doorbuster priced at just $19.98. All in stock while supplies last and available for same-day carryout or next-day local delivery. It's the Black Friday doorbuster sale going on now at Art Sample Home in Saginaw.
You'll do better at Garber. Garber's exclusive low price guarantee. No one else has it. It's Garber's promise to you to enjoy better prices and better payments. Not on just a few random vehicles, but every new car, truck, and SUV at every Garber dealership. And Garber's variety and selection is unmatched in the Great Lakes Bay region. Enjoy a better buying experience with Garber's exclusive low price guarantee. You'll do better at Garber. Garber, we make it better for you.
Here is where the next generation is born. But we're also the birthplace of innovation, advanced treatments, second chances, and hope. At Covenant Healthcare, we're the most preferred health system because of the trust we have built across generations. And our leadership continues with the next generation. Choose extraordinary. Choose Covenant Healthcare.
After an injury, your case is not a game.
It's a chance to right a wrong.
A fight for you and your family.
A time to get back on your feet after you've been knocked down.
And there's only one team that has the grit and experience to right the wrong for you. Call Sam.
Closed captioning sponsored in part by
Prevagen. Your brain is an amazing thing, and Prevagen can help keep you sharp. In clinical trials, Prevagen improved memory. Prevagen, no prescription required.
What do dogs dream about all day long? Home-style pot pie recipe with juicy chicken and veggies. Give your dog the real ingredients in Blue Buffalo treats.
Double Jeopardy round, twice as much cash. The scores can really change. Here are the categories. You've heard of the dreaded opera category. This time it's the wedded opera category. Then we have some fields, America Before the Revolution, geographic movie titles, moons of the solar system, and we finish up with adverbs. Susan, where to?
Geographic movie titles for 800, please.
Kurt Russell and Val Kilmer got top billing in this movie. Stephen Lang was Ike Clanton. Stone. Susan?
Same category, geographic movie titles, 1200.
Rex Reed called this 1974 mechanized gorefest the most horrifying motion picture I have ever seen. Evan?
What is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Yes.
Moons of the solar system, 16.
This largest moon of Mars orbits only 3,700 miles from the surface, the closest to a planet of any moon in the solar system. Evan?
What is Phobos?
It is.
Moons, 2000.
Voyager 2 discovered in 1989 that this largest moon of Neptune is one of the coldest objects in the solar system, at minus 391 degrees Fahrenheit. Evan?
What is Triton?
Good for 2000.
Moons, 1200.
In 2024, it was announced that the sand dunes on this planet's moon Titan may be crushed remains of smaller moons. Mike?
What is Saturn?
Right.
Fields for 800, please.
Nearly 300 acres of rolling fields of farmland in Sullivan County, New York, provided the venue for this event in August 1969. Susan?
What is Woodstock?
You got it.
Fields for 1200.
In Greek and Roman myth, the good, the pious, and the virtuous retire to these fields in the afterlife. Evan?
What are the Elysian fields?
Yes.
Moons, 800.
The most recently discovered moon of Pluto, it was named for a mythological river of the underworld. Evan?
What is Styx?
Yes.
Fields, 1600.
Faraday viewed one of these fields as a series of lines of induction, then created a law. Evan?
What are magnetic fields?
Yes, or electromagnetic fields.
Fields, 2000.
Named for the second president of the Tuskegee Institute, this field in Alabama was used to train black pilots during World War II. Hilton Field. Back to you, Evan.
Let's try opera for 1200.
Sir Walter Scott's The Bride of Lammermoor was the basis for the opera called Her de Lammermoor. And yes, she gets married. Susan?
What is Lucia?
Right.
Fields for 400.
Someone who excels in multiple fields might be called a modern-day this man or woman, throwing it back to 15th century multi-hyphenates. Mike?
What is a Renaissance man?
Correct.
America Before the Revolution, 1200.
Answer. Here we go. And here's an opportunity for you, Mike. Evan's having a strong round so far.
I will have a true daily double, Kim.
Okay, trying to make it 10,000 even. Here's your clue in America before the Revolution. In 1653, he established the first municipal government of New Amsterdam, modeling it after cities in Holland.
Who is Stuyvesant?
Stuyvesant is correct. You got it. Closer to him now.
I will have America Before the Revolution, 1600.
On October 19, 1752, Benjamin Franklin published results of his kite electricity experiment in this newspaper he bought 23 years earlier. Pennsylvania Gazette. Mike?
Let's go adverbs for 12.
I wish my darn phone wouldn't blank, reflexively fix words it thinks I've misspelled. Evan?
What is autocorrect?
That's the verb.
Adverb, 16.
Hey, cowboy, it's time to blank that horse. Also the word for the gear you'll use to hitch it to the wagon. Mike?
What is mount?
No. Susan or Evan? And to harness it. Evan?
The wedded opera category for 1600.
The traditional Here Comes the Bride used at weddings is from his opera Lohengrin, where Elsa marries the title character. Evan?
Who's Wagner?
Yes.
Opera, 2000.
One of Smetana's best-known pieces is his overture to this opera leading up to a wedding. We were enjoying The Bartered Bride. Back to you, Evan.
Let's try opera again, 800.
Answer there. The final daily double in the game. We put some daylight between you and Mike. Evan, what do you want to do here?
Let's do 3,000.
Okay, 20,200, but you have to be correct in the wedded opera category. The Verdi opera name for this Shakespeare character ends with a double wedding, and apparently an early same-sex one.
Who is Falstaff?
You got it. Upwards of 20,000 now.
Adverb for 2000?
In the fall, new students blank, a Latin-derived synonym for enroll or register. Mike.
What is it, matriculate?
Yes, they do.
America before the Revolution 2000.
Wampanoag Chief Metacom, also known as this king, was killed at the 1676 Battle of Mount Hope in the war named for him. Mike.
Who is King Philip?
King Philip's War, right.
Same category, 800.
Jean-Baptiste Lemoyne de Bienville founded this city in 1718 as a port to handle trade from the upper Mississippi Valley. Evan.
What is New Orleans?
Right.
Adverbs, 800.
In a traditional alliterative wedding vow, I take you to be my husband or wife, to blank and to blank from this day forward. Mike.
To have and to hold. What is to have and to hold?
You got it.
Thank you. Geographic movie titles, 400, please.
Chris Rock is the voice of Marty the Zebra, who goes from the Central Park Zoo to this title place. Susan.
What is Madagascar?
Yeah.
Geographic movie titles for 1600.
Daniel Day-Lewis is the very bad Bill the Butcher in this Scorsese film. Susan.
What is Gangs of New York?
Right again.
Geographic movie titles 2000.
Keith Carradine's I'm Easy from the soundtrack of this music-centric movie won a 1975 Oscar for Best Song. Is Nashville. Susan, 4 clues left.
The wedded opera category, 400.
The title of this Mozart opera promises a wedding and includes the name of the groom. Evan.
What is the Marriage of Figaro?
Right.
Moons, 400.
Dwarf planet Haumea and its moons Haiaka and Namaka are named for the goddess of fertility and her 2 daughters in this language. Evan.
What is Hawaiian?
You're right.
Adverbs, 400.
Pardon me while I blank on and on. Also a noun for a stingless male bee. Evan.
What is drone?
Drone on and on, yes. Here's your last clue in America before the Revolution. New Hampshire got its own governor in 1741 after being a part of this colony for several decades. Evan.
What is the Massachusetts Bay Colony?
Yeah, it was originally part of Massachusetts. 22,600 puts you in the lead, but this is not over yet. Final Jeopardy today brings this category. Poetic characters. And we'll be back with the clue right after this break.
Today's custom clue is brought to you by Medicare. During open enrollment, people with Medicare can go to this official website to compare prescription drug and health options. What is Medicare.gov? Plans change from one year to the next. Make sure your plan still matches your needs. Medicare open enrollment ends December 7th.
Have you also trouble with your weight? Same.
Discover the power of Wegovy. With Wegovy, I lost 35 pounds. And some lost over 46 pounds.
And I'm keeping the weight off.
I'm reducing my risk. Wegovy is the only weight management medicine proven to reduce risk of major cardiovascular events such as death, heart attack, or stroke in adults with heart disease and obesity.
Don't use Wegovy with semaglutide or GLP-1 medicines or in children under 12. Don't take if you or your family have MTC, MEN2, or if allergic to it. Tell your prescriber if you are breastfeeding, pregnant, or plan to be. Stop taking it. Get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or any of these allergic reactions. Serious side effects may include pancreas inflammation and gallbladder problems. Call your prescriber if you have any of these symptoms. Wegovy may cause low blood sugar in people with diabetes, especially if you take medicines to treat diabetes. Call your prescriber about vision changes, if you feel your heart racing while at rest, or if you have mental changes. Depression or thoughts of suicide may occur. Common side effects include nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, constipation, stomach pain, flu or upset, headache, feeling tired, dizzy or bloated, gas, and heartburn. Some side effects lead to dehydration, which may cause kidney problems.
With Wegovy,
I'm losing weight.
I'm keeping it off.
And I'm lowering my CV risk.
Check your coverage before talking to your prescriber about Wegovy.
Mopping is hard work, but I thought it was the only way I could get my floors truly clean. And then I tried the Swiffer Power Mop and realized I can get cleaner floors without the extra work. It has a built-in solution that breaks down dirt on contact, and it pads hundreds of strips to scrub away sticky messes, even from grout lines. Okay, Power Mop. Plus, its 360-degree swivel head stays up along baseboards and even behind the toilet. So ditch the bucket and all the hard work that comes along with it with the Swiffer Power Mop.
Introducing Pop Culture Jeopardy. Only on Prime. Save big money on power tools this holiday. holiday season, now at Menards. Menards carries a great selection of power tools that are perfect for any project. Skill delivers advanced power and torque with convenience and portability. The PowerCore 20 battery is interchangeable with every Skill 20-volt power tool. Plus, they make a great gift. Pick up this 20-volt cordless drill kit today for just $49. Now at Menards.
More seasons greetings to you all from Menards.
So what do you think about these?
We're going to take everything.
From design and products to removal and installation, Rebound is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebound.com and save $1,000 off your complete bathroom remodel.
Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort proudly presents Mr. Las Vegas, Wayne Newton live. Friday, December 27th, it's an evening of storytelling and video and song from the ultimate Vegas insider. Tickets for Wayne Newton start at $30 and are on sale now at Soaring Eagle box office or etix.com. 65 years of Las Vegas memories from the Midnight Idol. December 27th at Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort. Don't miss Wayne Newton live. SoaringEagleCasino.com.
The TV5 First Alert Weather app. The earliest alerts, customized for you, and video forecasts from the First Alert Weather team. Download the free TV5 Weather app, your essential winter survival tool.
Judges ruled that Evan's response of the Massachusetts Bay Colony was historically a little too early to fit the clue, so we've taken away $800 from their score. The wagers were made based on these new correct totals. For Final Jeopardy today, our category is poetic characters. Here's the clue. In an 1842 poem, it is said of this legendary character that his quaint attire is much admired. 30 seconds. Good luck. Our champion had $5,000 heading into final, and she wrote down Longfellow, crossed it out. We never had anything else. What was it going to become, Susan?
I had no idea.
We have no idea. Something with a T. You wagered 2,000, drops you down to 3,000. Mike Ross used that daily double to keep this game kind of close, 13,200. What did he come up with? Who is Falstaff? That's also wrong. You wagered 3,100, drops you down to 10,100. Evan Jones had the lead with 21,800. Pretty dominant game. Their response was Daniel Boone, also not correct. No, this is Robert Browning's Pied Piper of Hamelin, who is dressed in an odd, multicolored way, I guess. Hence the Pied and Pied Piper. What did you wager, Evan? 4601, 17,199, and that's enough to make you our new Jeopardy champion. Well done. Evan will be back tomorrow, and I hope you will as well. We'll see you then.
After an auto accident, before you call anyone, call the Lee Steinberg Law Firm.
We'll be right there. 1-800-LEAVE-FREE.
I'm Bob Riney, CEO of Henry Ford Health. When it comes to caring for you, we go for it. Expanding services to redefine healthcare, from Detroit to Grand Blanc, Jackson to Novi, and everywhere in between. 50,000 amazing team members surrounding you with what you need to live a healthy life. Whether preventative health or the most complex care, we go for it. It's who we are. We are Henry.
You're watching TV5, Mid-Michigan's home for news.
Wow, it's Nature Stone. Repeat after me. The Powerball jackpot is super immense gargantuomongous. A jackpot this size could leave anyone speechless. We're talking big. Get your ticket today. Welcome to the Michigan Lottery Show. We'll soon know the winning daily game numbers for this evening. The winning midday numbers are now on your tomorrow night's multi-million-dollar jackpot. Winning numbers for all lottery draw games can be found in...
Ladies and gentlemen, here are the stars of our show, Ryan Seacrest and Vanna White.
Thanks you all. Good evening. Thank you. Hey guys, back to Food Week. Are you ready? Grab those devices. The first toss-up is worth $1,000. The category is occupation, and Vanna will start us off. Here we go. Kelsey.
Private chef.
And $1,000 for you, Kelsey Soder from Humble, Texas.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I love this about you, but one of your favorite things is a good steak and a great glass of wine.
Yes, a really good medium rare steak and a really jammy red wine. Nothing beats
We're
it.
keeping you from something tonight, aren't we?
Yeah, maybe.
And your family goes out each week for a dinner that somebody chooses?
Yeah, we have 3 boys, and so every week we rotate through, and everybody takes turns choosing where we go eat.
Well, good luck tonight. Nice to meet
Thank
you. Angelique Stubblefield from Bonita Springs, Florida, who is a proud mom. Show your pride.
Super proud. I'm a mother of 3. My son just graduated recently and got married to his college sweetheart. My youngest son is attending college. Just a factoid about his academic career. He scored a perfect 800 on the math portion of his SAT. And he was a National Merit Scholarship winner. And then my daughter is 15. She's a freshman in high school being a teenager.
You should learn to brag.
What can I say?
You spent summer in Japan. I want to hear about the food there. What did you love?
I loved it all. Coming from Oregon, you know, and going and experiencing the culture and the cuisine and the traditions. I didn't have one in particular. It was just the overall.
Just the experience.
The experience.
It's
I
such a
want to go
beautiful
back.
country. Yes. Well, welcome and good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Daniel Tubbs from Clovis, California, who's all about the burgers. All right, what's the perfect burger, Daniel?
Oh man, I like them all. Anything between cheap fast food burgers and nice prime, fine like artisan craft burgers as well.
What's your favorite bun for a burger?
Favorite bun? Anything that's gonna keep together the structural integrity of the burger, but also hold together all the flavor and toppings in there too.
He's an architect of the patty and the construction of the burger. I like the pretzel bun.
That's right. That's a good one too.
You also met Vanna before.
I did. So my dad was a Marine, and when we moved to California, we were out furniture shopping. I was a kid in the 90s, and we happened to go, and Vanna was there doing a signing, and I happened to bring the picture with me. It was my good luck charm. That's the whole process.
Wait. Are you sure that's me?
Yeah, that's you, Vanna. Jim, we all have these campaigns. You have one too, don't you?
Oh, I've got my mattress picture.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Good luck, Daniel. Good luck, Jim. Good luck, everyone. Grab those devices. Second toss-up worth $2,000. The category is song title. That made my night. Here we go. Daniel.
Lady Marmalade.
You got that one. $2,000 for you. Way to go. Let's take a look at our first round puzzle. For this one, the category is phrase. And Daniel, you'll start us off. You won the right to spin. $700.
T.
Gonna give you 2 T's for $1,400. $650.
H.
There's 1 H. Yeah, right there.
I like to buy a dog.
Which one?
An I.
Gonna give you a couple of eyes.
All right.
Come on, you got it. 600.
S.
1 S.
All right.
600.
W.
There is a W, yeah. There it is. Right next to that.
I can buy a dog.
Which one?
An E.
I hate to tell you, no E. Sorry about that. Kelsey, you're in control. $650.
N.
There is 1 N. Yeah. So you have $650 now, Kelsey. It is $650.
G.
1G as well.
I'd like to buy a vowel, please. An A.
Yeah, there is an A. Let's get that in there. Got $1,050. 500.
L.
Yeah, there is one L.
I'd like to buy another vowel, please. An O.
There is an O.
And I'd like to buy the U, please.
Well, you know it's in there. Let's get the U up there for you. That's all the vowels, Kelsey. So you can spin or solve.
I'd like to solve, please.
Let's hear it.
Bursting with flavor.
That's how you do it. So you jump into the lead with $2,050. Daniel's got $2,000, and Angelique, we're going to get you some money when we come back. Season 42 is rolling along in Toy Fan Fridays. Maggie's back every Friday for the Real Watchers, the chance to win incredible prizes. Be sure to tune in this Friday and every Friday for your chance to win, and we'll be right back. I bet you'll sign this again. We'll be right back after this. I bet you will. Let's go. With a Spin ID, you can win big money and dream vacations by watching Wheel wherever you are.
It's fast and easy to join, and best of all, it's free.
So go to WheelFortune.com and sign up for the Wheel Watchers Club. Do it today.
How long is the roof on your home going to last? Well, that all depends on the quality of the products and how good the guys installing it are. Hey, it's Victor with Victor's Home Solutions. The best way to ensure you get maximum lifespan out of your roof here in the Tri-Cities is with annual roof inspections from Victor's. The purpose is simple: catch minor issues early and fix them with an inexpensive repair before they become major problems. Our expert roofing technicians train for dozens of hours each year to spot problems in their early stages. Look, I get it. Nobody wants the stress and the hassle of dealing with roofing problems. But believe me, ignoring it won't make it go away. It will only make it worse. Let us worry about it for you. If it is time for your roof, right now we're offering 0 down, 0 interest, no payment financing until 2026, and $500 off if you call before the end of this program. Don't wait. Schedule your free 21-point roof inspection and estimate today.
I used to play cards all the time, go to the casinos.
Oh, my mom's experience here has been so comforting. What I like and love most about Wellspring, we don't have to worry about her being alone.
I do love it here, and I do the things I want. I come do things that they have here. When my girls come after me, I told them I wasn't going home.
She's just totally delightfully happy here, and you can't ask for anything more for a parent.
Tonight's fabulous food show is brought to you by the following. Balsam Hill, the most realistic Christmas trees and beautiful decor.
Make this Christmas the year you go all in on joy. At Balsam Hill, celebrate with one of our beautifully crafted lifelike trees. For a limited time during our cyber sale, save up to 50% off plus free shipping. And start making memories at balsamhill.com.
Tonight's mystery round is brought to you by AARP.
Join AARP for $12 for 1 year and get instant access to member benefits and social programs. Join and get an insulated trunk organizer free, plus AARP the magazine.
$10,000. And we're having some fun tonight. Welcome back. The category here is same name. There's the puzzle, and Kelsey, you'll start us off.
Go, Kelsey.
600.
S.
Yep, there are 2 S's. 850.
T.
There is 1 T.
I'd like to buy a vowel, please.
Sure.
An I.
There's an I as well. There's going to get that for you. 650.
N.
2 N's.
I'd also like to buy an O, please.
And she'd like the O as well. So there's 2 O's for that purchase. Keeping Hannah busy up there at the puzzle. 500.
H.
There is an H. 650. Come on, come on, come on. Ah. All right, Angelique.
All right.
$900.
A B.
There is a B. $900 for you.
I'd like to buy a vowel.
Sure.
An A.
No A. Daniel. That's not why you came here, is it?
No, sir, no.
Kelsey?
All right, I'll stay. C.
500, and there is a C, so that's $500 for you.
I'd like to buy the E, please.
Let's show her the E. There's one of those.
And I'll buy the U, please.
And that's it for the vowels, and here comes the U. So, two of those, and you can either spin or solve, Kelsey. The big number, 3,500.
G.
Good news, there are two G's. Kelsey's gonna solve. Let's hear it.
Lunch and suggestion box.
And that's it. You've watched this show before. A little bit. Once or twice.
Yeah.
Well done. $9,050. The prize puzzle round is next. We'll be right back here on the station.
Tis the season for a Winter Wonderland. The Secret Santa holiday giveaway is back next week.
And our Secret Santas are ready to spread some holiday cheer.
Hey, Wheel Watchers, our contestants are your Secret Santas. You can win everything they win, from big money to magical Disney vacations. Join the Wheel Watchers Club today, get your spin ID, and tune in all next week for your chance to score some sweet treats from Santa.
I'm so excited. Is it about time yet? How about now?
911, what's your emergency?
I need help. A semi hit me and I'm pinned in my car.
EMS got to Denise in time, and we got her $1.1 million. I'll be right there.
Our mission at Team One is to empower financial dreams anywhere for all.
We're invested in your needs and your dreams so that we can be here to position you to do the things that you want in your life.
Team One Credit Union. Become a member today.
We're really impressed with some of the things that they did that our other roofer did not do. Herbert Roofing's explanation of what they did exceeded everything that we were hoping for. They had a large crew out here. I never saw anybody taking a break. They were all working very hard. They did everything above what I was expecting.
Do you know what the summer heat did to your roof? Is it ready for the Michigan winter? Hey, it's Victor, and at Victor's Home Solutions, we take the stress out of preparing your roof for the coming winter weather. Our concierge team will handle every detail of your roof repair or replacement. Our installers are master craftsmen, and we offer the best in the business 50-year leak-free guarantee. In short, we make roofing easy and stress-free. Call us today before we book up for the winter.
Everything that's ever mattered was either taken from me or I threw it away. This job, it's all that I have left. They belong in the dirt with me. Keep your mouth shut. Watch me.
Go take some pictures. Find us some evidence.
Grace knows the answer.
Father Molly?
Trust. It's a scary thing.
CBS Origins is all new CBS tonight, 10, 9 Central, and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Watch Inside the Pride, Sundays at 11:30 on TV5.
Big round, it's a prize puzzle. Category is people. And there's a look at it. Angelique, let's do it. Come on, let's start us off.
Come on.
You're coming back for redemption. I know it. I know it. Daniel. All right, no more of this. Kelsey, your turn.
Come on, Kelsey.
Give us a letter.
T.
There is one T. Grab the wild card. Hang on to that. There you go. So you got $500, Kelsey.
I'd like to buy a vowel, please.
Okay.
An E.
There are a pair of E's in the puzzle.
Okay. N.
500 and no N. Angelique.
All right.
Here we go.
Come on.
We got this one. It's going to be a big one.
Yeah, my TV stayed on. Let's do this.
There we are. 800.
An R.
Okay, folks.
Is choosing the right Medicare plan for you. Humana can help. With Original Medicare, you're covered for hospital stays and doctor office visits,
That's it.
but you'll have to